Phew! Good morning, everybody. I just made it by that much. I was having such a good time in the tribe on my Patreon page, I almost missed this broadcast. Welcome to Labor Day. Ay, ay, ay. Really? So, full disclosure, I probably should have taken the day off today because I say don't labor on Labor Day to honor it properly. But I just had to see you. So, hi! How is it going? Yeah, over the weekend, I had some ups and I had some downs because it was so hot and I haven't slept. So I'm a little punchy. I got a little bit of sleep last night because we actually dropped 10 degrees today. As I mentioned on Terry's Tribe, I went to get gas yesterday and it was already 95 degrees at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. It was ridiculous. So today it's not like that. It's still probably going to hit like 100, but at least it's not going to hit 120, 130 Palm Springs weather. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being in an actual desert during this heat wave. This was an insane, insane, insane heat wave. And we've got fires everywhere. We've got gold outside. It's a golden day outside. It's a very bleaky day. If I hit the camera 3, you can see out here. See, it's kind of bleak. You cannot see the gold though, but you can see that it's kind of bleak back here. And then my little shadow of my Groot. I will try to show you him on Friday. I had him a little bit. I had my painter at him. I unleashed my painter at him and said, I need a little more. I need more. So he went for it. It's really great. You know, I could paint him, but it was really great to have someone who understands paint. I mean, no, it's like, it's his thing. He really paints well. And I paint, and I paint decent. You know, in a pinch, I'm good. But, and I'm learning. I'm working more. Janny taught me a technique that I just love, and my friend Janny G, and she's very talented. You've seen some of her doors. She has posted on the public page, and she's a member of the tribe, so it's super cool. But yeah, today is the day that we want to take it easy. So I'm just going to give you a couple of updates. I'm on Hitchhiking Ghost number 2. And I will start him. I was thinking of starting him today. I'm going to work on the professor. But I think I'm going to take the day off because I've been telling people just relax and be with family. I got a few things I got to do. Also, I was going to let you know about my cachets. And basically, a lot of you have been asking about the train cachets. So those of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, my first day cover cachets are here, and you can buy them, but hold off, wait. I'm going to put them in my store, and there's a few things I need help with at my store, so they're not quite available yet, but it's an edition size of 275, so there's plenty of time for you to get yours. These are $40 plus tax and shipping, and they are hand-drawn, digitally reproduced, which means that they're not hand-drawn per envelope. I have had them actually printed on the envelope, but the stamps are real, okay? Because you cannot, by law, reproduce a stamp, okay? You are not allowed to do that. So it is against the law, like federal law, okay? Because it is a postal, so all of these, and they're very pretty. They're reflective. And this is Walton Ward celebrating the 150th anniversary of the Transcontinental, and you get both the blue and the white, the black and white and the color, and they're on fire, guys. You guys are really wanting them, and I really appreciate that. They are a great way to collect original artwork, for a decent price, So there they are. They're there. I will show you, today's Monday. I'll show you Friday some of my others, and you can see all the different ones that there are. But by Friday, I will have the store up, and I will post if it's any earlier, so you can get in on that. They make great gifts. They make fantastic, fantastic gifts. So think about that. I don't usually say that about a lot of my art, but which does make a fantastic gift. But I understand that my stuff is a little pricier, and that's because I hand do everything, and I meticulously make sure that the entire experience is special just for you. I want to ask the ghosts, once they're done, I'm going to do Cheshire Cat. Uh, um, Josie Katz made that suggestion, and so she gets the opportunity to purchase number one. And but we need another. We need some ideas for the future ones, the future impressions. And maybe what I'll do is show you some past impressions, and then you can kind of say future impressions. No, up front, I don't want to do the child. Mm-mm. It's the one thing that Disney is doing that is really good. They actually have some really good examples of the child. And my feeling is that I want to do something that Disney is not doing that great in reproduction. And I haven't seen anything but the child. The child is great. So let's not slap, let's celebrate Disney's good work and their good prices, and they're really adorable. There's so many, and I think the Build-A-Bear is cute one, and they're all so nice. So you don't need one from me, at least right now you don't. Maybe later, but I would like to do something else. So if you have something to suggest that you're missing or you think everybody would love, some people were talking about the little dragon from Onward, or a character from I didn't like Frozen 2, so I'm thinking about the water horse. Could be fun. So stuff like that. So if you've got an idea, you can post it in the comments, message me, make your suggestions, and we'll see what you guys would like to have. Maybe a Donald Duck, because I know there's duck collectors out there. And if you want a Donald Duck, what is he doing? Is he mad, or is he different? Is it one of the middle expressions? Not always happy, not always mad, but like Stitch, kind of in the middle. I also asked if Lilo was a possibility, and would she stand on her own if I did just Lilo of Lilo and Stitch, because I love Lilo. I think she's amazing. But I don't know if she's strong enough of a piece for people to collect. If she's, by herself. Sometimes you need Stitch to be there. And I did a Stitch several years ago, so I would make her in proportion to that Stitch, so you could put them together if you owned my Stitch, right? But, and she'd be great standalone. I'm thinking either hula-ing, or the other one I really love is her cuddling her doll and looking up at her sister and saying, "Our family is broken." So I think that scene is just amazing. And we don't get to see the heartfelt of these characters. And so that's what Impressions is about, is to feel the energy coming off these characters. This is why I created this line. It's a different line. And maybe, like I said, I'll put up the ones that I've done before. I'll show you them. It'll take me a little time to grab them, but so I won't do it today. But in the future, that might be something that would be nice. So you let me know, okay? All right, let's look at your comments. And it looks like Nate did most of the talking. I am just teasing you, Nate. You are one of my favorite people. Are there concerns you don't have to do one today? Yes, he is so cute. He told me that I could relax, and I said, nah, I'm going to be here. And here is Nate, too. So here he is from the Patreon page. And Nate brings up something that I should, and thank you for saying we love seeing you. I go on the Patreon page to do a private Facebook Live, and you got a little peek at that because I made that small little error, which, okay, obviously God wanted me to let you guys know this is what we do. But I do that every morning. So from now on, it'll be around 9:15 that I come on for the public page, because I got to have a little time to change my oars in the water. Won't change my clothes, but I need to change my oars so that I can talk to you guys. In case I go a little bit over, or something happens in my studio that absolutely messes up, and I don't want, that problem to occur. So that's why we'll we'll do it this way. Okay, so if it says 9:15, it means anywhere between 9 and 9:15, depending on how things work out. Okay, I got to chatting today on the tribe. But if you'd like to be a part of said tribe, there we go. Please join me. It's a lot of fun, and you know, we have a basic tier of $5 a month, which is $60 a year, and we'd love to have you. Okay, so love to have you be a part of that. And I forgot to say, welcome to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Broadcasting simultaneously. And that is something that is new for me, but allows you to watch it from the comfort of your television, because YouTube, of course, is on a Roku channel. It's on everything, right? So you can actually relax with a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink and watch it whenever you want at your leisure, which is cool, huh? Yeah, it's really cool. I absolutely, I like that. So, and you can join me on YouTube by going here. Pause for, and please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So if Patreon is not your thing and you still want to see a few things that are on there, I do carry them over to YouTube. They're later, they come later. Patreon gets to see it first, and then it swings over to YouTube. And I don't do a YouTube Zoom, but you can see a lot of stuff over on this if you just, you know, your money is something that is a little, you know, is challenging right now. Is what I'm trying to say in a nice way, right? And no, this is not what I wanted to show you. That's the treasure chest. I also do a giveaway, several of them on the tribe. So anyway, just so you get that fun, exciting thing. So let's see what else you guys have got to say. Good morning. And then Liz, she's really, Liz is in quarantine right now because she snuck to Disney Paris. She shouldn't have, but she did anyway. Yes, exactly, Nate. Yeah, and you will. Just give me the opportunity to get them in the store so you can go and you can order a set or two or three or whatever you want based on maybe you think of other trained people. I've got several places out in near Griffith Park. There's Walt's Barn, and they're all about trains, and I think that these envelopes will do very well. Not envelopes, these first cachets will do very well there because they are a documented governmental piece of art. So my art is on it, but then it's authorized by the cancellations and the stamps, so it makes them extra special. It's a nice thing to collect, and they're only $40 for the set. In fact, it was so sweet. One of the ladies that ordered some thought they were $40 a piece. Really, really nice, really precious. But when I told her there was a set, she ordered twice as many. So she ordered 20 sets, which, woo, 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 you know. and if you're in a hurry, like there's a birthday or something and I'm moving a little bit too slow for you, then write me, message me, because that's what she did. She's actually... she's going someplace that she needed them for, so I got them in the mail on Saturday, and so I just made it happen. And thank you for joining me here today. You want a Cheshire Cat? Exactly. Cheshire Cat is a big deal, and I've got some ideas about him. Again, the idea with the impressions line is to do something you don't have if you collect these characters. You've seen the ghosts, and you see that they're different. That if you have them on a shelf, you're going to be able to look at them at a glance and know they're from me. They're from Terry Hardin, right? This is exactly what I want to have happen with every single figure that I create. I want it to be different. I want it to be unique, and I want it to be special. So if you have a character that you love to collect and you think it would make a nice impressions, meaning they're like I said, what I'll do is I'll show you some, and then maybe you can think of what you want next in that line of characters, little characters. Because we want to do something fun. What? What shall it be next? What shall it be next? Yes, Nate says that he thinks Lilo with Scrump would be great. What do you think? Could be a little pricier because it's 2 characters, but again, could work. Could work. Oh, really? Joseph says the Build-A-Bear is not as nice when you see it in person. But there's a couple of vinyls. I know that on my Patreon page, there's a couple of vinyls that are just adorable. A couple of people held them up and showed them, and they were just really cute. So we'll wait on him for a while. And the new series is coming. Yes, we both are. Get us together, and it would be it really, Bing Bong from Inside Out. I'm not a real fan of that character, but if you are, of the Inside Out, I like the hothead. He just cracks me up. He just puts me over the moon. He's so funny. I just think he's really funny. I think that, personally, it looks better in their ads. Okay. Okay, I love it that I can watch on my lunch in North Carolina. Thank you, Myrna, for saying that. Yes, this is one of the reasons we worked it out, that we could broadcast, that I could broadcast simultaneously, because I know for some of you that are joining us today, you don't even get near Facebook, do you? And maybe that's because, and I don't mean this offensively, young people seem to be more on YouTube than on Facebook. They kind of think Facebook is an old cat place. I'm not saying that, because Bella is definitely not an old cat and she's on Facebook. But the thing is that, they're just kind of making labels. Liz Reed has said to me several times that, TikTok is a new place to go. And I'm like, not another platform, please. But I do have to take a look at that and see. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, Liz says she's not sorry she went to Paris. Of course you're not. You're like Nate. You have a one-track mind, and it goes to Paris and home. That's you, Liz Reed. And also Nate and Roger Rabbit. Need we say more? I need to catch up on your projects so I can get in on them. Darren, here's the deal. The Hitchhiking Ghosts, I'm taking signups now. I was going to do 50 ghosts. You thought otherwise. I have to do 100 ghosts, at least the way it is now. Now, when the price finally comes out, it may go back to 50 because it could be pricey, but I don't know yet. I'm not going to speak that. I'm saying thank you, Lord, for keeping it in the bracket that I had announced to you, which is $600 to $750 for all 3. But we don't know it yet. That's one of the reasons I worked so hard to get EZRA, the skinny ghost, to my R&D team. Because now they have to figure out how it illuminates. If it goes easy, the price is going to be a lot less of a pain than if it becomes difficult. But understand, we have been working on these ghosts, wanting to make them the way I want them, for over 2 years. So a lot of the numbers are taken that you might think of: 33, 69, 99, 13. Those are gone. But there's plenty of numbers available. So if you think you have the smallest inkling that you want a ghost, the tiniest inkling, then hit me up and say you want to be on the list. I'm not going to make you purchase anything you have not seen. Okay? So once you see the ghost prototype, once you see the ghost illuminate, you can commit to your number. But reserve it now, or you could be on the waiting list. Okay? You don't want to wait till they're all illuminating and go, oh, I want it, because there's a very good chance they're going to be already spoken for. Now, you do want to get on the waiting list if they are spoken for, because no one is under obligation to buy them until I show you what they look like and ask for you to, now pay for them if you want them. Okay? That's not now. That's not yet. I'm just asking you to reserve a number so you're in the running. Okay? I hope that's clear as mud, right? No. But basically, this is what I do. Usually what happens with my illuminations is I show you the clay, I show you what the color is going to be, and then you come and order it at the Disneyana Fan Club event. but we're not having live events. So you can't hold it and you can't touch it and you can't examine them. So I've got to make it as easy for you as possible. So message me, comment, whatever, and I will check on the number for you, okay? If you want a number, or just say the lowest number, all right? Basically, just whatever you want right now. And if it turns out I have to go back down to 50, then the ones that are higher, I may have to change the numbers. But right now, I'm not worried about them not selling. Honestly, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So there you go, Darren. A little bit of an update on that. And then also, if you watch earlier, you will see some of the first day covers I'm talking about. I had an award-winning first day cover based on trains. And if you like trains, or you like Walt Disney, or you like Ward Kibble, or you like all three, those envelopes at $40 are a real steal. Okay. Liz was doing research for her spotlight. Did you hear that, Liz? Michael's got your back. She's not bad. She's just drawn that way. Hello, Bob. You want cachets? You want 2 of them? Yes, indeed. And no money yet. I'm going to get the store and you can get on the store. Or if you're someone who doesn't want to, can't use a credit card, can't use PayPal, not comfortable with it or whatever, or you want it to be a surprise, you can send me a check. Just message me and we'll take care of it, okay? We will work it out if you want them, all right? Yes, across the board. Yes, exactly, Melissa. That's what I'm saying. So YouTube is someplace that young peeps can check out what the old peeps are up to, namely this old peep. Yeah. Yeah, what a millennial. Well, you know, the millennials are the millennials, you know. Minimal millennials is what I call them. They don't really have a lot of stuff. And so, you know, this is a new wave for them. They don't drive. A lot of them don't drive, these millennials, and they don't collect stuff. They don't have a lot of stuff. I know my son is very minimal. You know, I asked him if he wanted the frame of his medals he had through high school, and he didn't even want to put that in his house. He left it with us. It's kind of like, you know, but they are minimalists. You know, he didn't want us to get rid of it. He just didn't want to take it with him. So there you go. New Facebook. Enough trouble here. Don't need to add Insta to the mix. Yeah, Melissa. Instagram is still, I don't do stories. I need to learn how to do that stuff. And it's just one day at a time. One foot in front of the other. Jessica, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate that because you are a very young and lovely girl. And I'm very happy to have you in the tribe because we need a lot of people like you in there, and I'm really glad you came and did that. I don't know, Melissa, but you did. It's good. Hello, Michael Luzzy. We've been talking a little bit about cachets today. I mentioned the lady who did the train cachet, ordered some train cachets, and she needed them for in September. She's leaving on a trip, and she wanted to take them with her. So Michael helped me to number them, but here they are again. So especially for those of you like Darren who maybe didn't get to see them. They won an award at the American First Day Cover Society contest and for 2019 and 2020. And they are $40 plus tax and shipping, and they are, yeah, they're cool. Great way to have art. The stamps are real. As I said before, you cannot reproduce these stamps. So the idea is to do a drawing that celebrates the stamps, and that's what I did here with my sketches of the trains below. And then thank you to some very nice mentors, Michael Luzzy. They suggested that I do an illustration of Walt, so I have. And then I put one of my favorite people I worked with as an Imagineer, Ward Kimball. I just thought I wanted them together. So it's kind of like when I sculpted the carousel horse years ago for Disneyland Park. I did not do jingles. I did my favorite horse, which has a cherub on the back. So see, as an artist, you have the opportunity to do what you want. And then they can have more than, how many jingles do you need on your shelf? Well, if you're one of those people that needs 50, at least you're going to look at the one carousel horse because you love carousel horses, and you're going to say, oh, that's Terry's because it's not jingles. So I'm just saying. So think about what you want to have different or something that you love in your collection. I did do a Jiminy Cricket, and I have about maybe 8 of Jiminy Cricket left, and he's in his hobo outfit. Why? Because the young lady who collected Jiminy Cricket said to me, there hasn't been a hobo Jiminy Cricket since 1998, I think she said. So I did that for her, and the Jiminy Cricket people all went nuts because they loved how cute he was in his hobo outfit. They wanted him in his hobo outfit. And then Disney, surprisingly, came out with one in the hobo outfit. So now you have 2 that you could collect if you're a Jiminy Cricket fan. So this is what I'm saying. If you want to see your character in a different way, and you're tired of seeing him cloned or her cloned, then and you don't have the bank to have a one-of-a-kind made, which is understandable. You can have me do one just for you. Molds are broken, everything. You're the only one that's ever going to have it. But those are cost more because they're exclusive to you. So if you don't do that, that's what the impressions are for. You get the chance to purchase number 1 if you come up with the idea of what we're going to do next, which is why Josie Katz gets the Cheshire Cat, because she's the one who came to me and said, Cheshire, please, Cheshire. And by the way, Cheshire. And if I haven't mentioned it enough, Cheshire. I did. I am doing my COVID promise, which is that during the lockdown, which we still have here in California, I would try something new. So I'm doing stop motion. And if you haven't seen it on YouTube, you can see it. I actually dropped it within hours of each other because I was so excited about it. It's Disney Landing. It's called Disney Landing, and it is my teacup stop motion that I did. And I'm doing another one right now with my husband, and it's really cool. It's a little more involved. Not my fault, his fault. But it's a little more involved, so you get to see that one soon. We're going to finish it up today. That's the one thing we're doing, because that's a fun thing, right? So we're doing these, and I'm trying to come up with more Disney-style stop motions, but I also want to do other stop motions. I have I have several armatures because I have dreamed of doing a stop-motion film. So my husband is just looking at me going, there's work in that. Well, yeah, everything has work. But if you want to try it, the best way is to dive in, So I did. And I'm really proud of the teacups. They're a lot of fun. It was quick and simple. Doesn't take long to watch because it's stop motion, a lot of work. It's like sushi. It's all in the prep. And the rest is like that fast, right? So I love the stop motion. So yesterday we did a new one, and it will be up soon. I will, make an announcement when it is, and you guys will get to see it. You will see it first on Terry's Tribe, and then a few days later you will see it on YouTube channel. So go and subscribe so you can be the first. Like I said, it's free on YouTube, so why not? Why not subscribe to my channel? I'll post it after I have the rest of your comment. Tell you a story about Ward Kimball. What kind of time do we have? It's 9:43. We'll see. It was supposed to be quick. You know that, don't you? And still, I'm here. Oh, thank you. Yes, Michael. It's Michael and my husband both twisted my arms to make me do that train cachet art, and I shouldn't have fought them because I should know better. Because Michael is my mentor, and you should listen to your teacher. When your teacher says this is the one you should be doing, you should just say, be a good student and just agree, But yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Yes, Darren, I am going to be doing. I'm putting them in my store on Tuesday, so I need some help doing that because I'm making a few changes on the store. I'm doing a whole new thing because now I have like 6 cachets that I have for available. So I want to make sure there's a section. I want to make sure it's featured. I want to make sure people understand the various groups you can go to when you go to my store. So I'm going to be working on my store Tuesday, and then I will make an announcement, and then you can go right to the store and buy them. And I'm switching in my store so that you can do PayPal if you want. See, my store right now doesn't do that, but that's because I was there so early in my store that they didn't have that up, and now they do. So that's another thing I want to do is be able to take both PayPal and any other way you want to do it on my store. So I will do that Tuesday, and then somewhere between Wednesday and Friday, depending on how hard it is or challenging it is, or me in general, I will get back to that and make it happen. Okay? All righty. So don't worry, you will get them. There's 275. However, if people keep ordering 20 and 30 sets, well, there's still plenty, right? Yeah, it's a really good deal. It makes a great gift, and it is a government. You know, you get these beautiful stamps. You realize that the stamps themselves are around, you know, they're not cheap to purchase the stamps and put them on that many envelopes. You know, you still pay for the stamps. You still stick them on. And then you pay to get them to where they need to be canceled and so on. It's a process. But it's worth it if you're an artist and you're wondering how I can make some money right now. If you draw or sketch, or you do a photo of some of your art that's reminiscent of it or whatever, this is a great way to, you know, you don't have to do crazy prices. You can just do a big set and make them around. I think most people sell them for $20, $15, things like that. It's because I'm an Imagineer and because I have this crossover that they're a little more, because it's me. But, you know, it's great for a beginner. And they're called cachets. Yeah, they were saying first day cover cachets. Exactly. So there we go. So a story about Ward Kimball. When I was an Imagineer, I was there at a time when most of the 9 old men who were still alive were also there. So I got to meet and speak and sit with a lot of people like Mark Davis, Alice Davis, Ken Anderson, and just Bob Gurr, then people like Marty Sklar and Tony Baxter. And one of the people was Ward Kimball. And Ward Kimball was a lot like me. He was very passionate, and he just said what came to his mind. No catalytic converter on his mouth. So that's how we become great friends, right? And we both talked about for example, we talked about glasses, wild glasses versus contacts, and how glasses are just, you know, something we embrace. We're not really interested in the contacts. And so we just change our glasses up all the time. And glasses are so expressive that one time I'm like this, or I have a pair of work glasses that are a little less flamboyant. These are usually for when I'm on camera, but when I'm working, I have a different set. They always have something special. These are my close-up glasses, and I don't know if you can see it, but I will do this. They have a purple, there you go, you can see the purple, okay? But they are my close-up glasses, so they, you know, because progressives sometimes are a little hard for me to do my artwork. I really love working small, and you've seen how small I work. I like it. Yeah. For the clays, it's got to be around here for me, because if you get too miniature, the material that makes the clay up becomes, the properties are too big to make it small enough. Case in point, Sculpey or polymer clay. You really shouldn't do a figure shorter than 3 inches tall with polymers, because the polymers are what creates the clay. The components are large. So when you try to go teeny, it doesn't work, which is why I'm into wax, because wax you can go you can go so small, it's embarrassing how small you can get, right? So anyway, Ward and I became friends. A lot of times he would pop into Imagineering and kind of check stuff out, and then we would talk about all kinds of stuff. We would talk about stuff that I really shouldn't talk about here, so I won't. But just pros and cons of working for the Disney company, let me just say that. And he was a love. He was absolutely a lot of fun. And he helped me to learn about trains more than I ever knew I could, because my husband's a huge train enthusiast. And I was having trouble with N versus Z versus G versus size. You know, was it going up or was it going down? And O scale and Z scale and G scale and all this. I thought we were talking music until he said to me, "No, these are the sizes of the trains that you collect." You know, and I don't know if I told you the story about going to San Luis Obispo and meeting a guy who collect the full-on giant locomotives, actually locomotive. You know, and I said, "What scale is that?" Oh my Lord, scale. You know, where do you park that thing? And the wife said, "I don't know, but I wish it wasn't in my yard." Uh, but he was quite a character. He was someone I think I'd like. I kept saying I'd like to sculpt because having him next to a train was pretty cool. But then I'm not much for sculpting trains. Things like trains and cars and stuff like that are a little more challenging for me because they are precision, and I like the free form of sculpting organic, like animals and little characters and cute little things like that. But that's that's kind of, and I like my mermaid tail, just all kinds of organic things is what I like to do. So there's a small story on him. Um, Michael says he loves, yes, PayPal. That's one of the reasons I want to change that at my store so you can feel safe when ordering. Yeah, that's my feeling. So, no, I never have. I've seen pictures of Ward's home, but I wasn't lucky enough to do that, Bob. So I also have not seen Walt's apartment. Full disclosure, seen Club 33 like a million times. Never saw Walt's apartment. So I may have to walk in Walt's footsteps because everybody who does tells me that's the way you can see the apartment. That could be really fun just to do that anyway. I haven't done that. I walk a lot in Walt's footsteps through you, all of you guys, right? If I'm at the park with you guys give me all the history and you share it with passion because you're sharing what you love, right? So I like to do that. You know, people have their rides that they like, and to sit there and have them talk to me and tell me what makes that ride so special to them and why is the reason that I am touched by going with you. I like to go with you. I like to see the people, have lunch, take a picture, hear about what it is about Disney that you love more than anything, you know, what part, where, why, how, and, you know, like Liz Reed in Paris, you know. Walking through Paris was interesting. You know, I did it with Anna Diaz, and it was great to walk through Paris with my group and Anna. Anna just shared some of her, you know, innermost feelings about the park, and that just makes it better. You know, that just makes it way more fun at any park. I have a friend who walked me through Hong Kong, and it was amazing, and he shared with me feng shui of Hong Kong. So I thought that was awesome, and it's not the bourgeois nanny, you know, um, um, it's not that kind of frou-frou feng shui. It's the real deal. It's the 5,000 million zillion years old feng shui that the Chinese really are into deeply, and the whole park is based on feng shui, and it is amazing. So did you know it's the only park that looks east-west instead of north-south? The castle faces east-west. The whole park faces east-west because of feng shui. So if you haven't been to Hong Kong, you need to go when things open up because it is a fascinating little park. And don't let the size fool you. Good things come in small packages, and that is an amazing little park. It took me the whole day to get through it because I absolutely loved a lot of the detail of that park. But I had someone who walked me through and shared with me all of the little details, and that's what makes the parks really special. So this is why so many Disney fans want to take a new person, a person who hasn't been. Jenny on our Terry's Tribe disclosed she'd never been to Disneyland, and she said, "I'm bad." Everybody said, "Oh, no, you're not. You're just going to have like 100 friends want to take you when you finally get over here to see it." Because that's what you love to share, all of the nuances that make it special for you. And she would absolutely have a great time, you know, when she comes. So that's that. So there we go. Yes, I bet it was. Myrna. It's kind of neat. about Walt that he created secret places that he could look at the park un, unmolested. Now, molested is kind of a strong word, but I mean that, if you were at the park and you saw Walt Disney, he was inundated with people. He couldn't really walk secretly and take a look at things incognito. So the apartment was a way he could look out and over Main Street and see how people were interacting and make a few notes and take a few, figure a few things out. And Club 33 was a place that you could actually have a cocktail, have a smoke, and not be on park property. However, Walt did smoke on park property, and I was happy enough to meet the custodian who was hired specifically to follow Walt and sweep up the butts because we couldn't have those cigarette butts on the ground. He had to have it, squeaky clean. So it's cute how he had these little places where he could slip in and out and observe, and that's great. Yes, at Leo Holzer. So look up Leo Holzer, Michael, and ask Leo to put that on the list. Okay, he's my dude. We will get you into Walt's apartment. We'll make it happen sometimes. Thank you, Connie. And Connie, with you, it would be worth it. Good Lord, your stories are amazing, Connie Lane. And I am honored to have all of you on here. But Connie I met at a special Be Our Guest event for the birthday via Zoom. And she is a hoot. She's amazing. And she's stunning. Okay? Just that picture does not, it does do it. But you see the little picture behind her head. There she is with Walt Disney. Wouldn't you just love to hear Connie talk? You would. Seriously. She is, yeah, she's the bee's knees, guys. She is. She's just, can't wait. You see Walt's Barn with Connie? Woohoo! How do you stay happy? Continue to be childlike. Find joy in things like that. Okay? Don't be too cool for school. It just is highly overrated. It's much more fun to show your joy and excitement about what you love. Don't let other people say, wow, she's a bit much, which they do about me. But I am. I just have to say, okay, I'm a bit much. Woohoo! What are you going to do? Right? Just embrace it. If you're a little goofy or a lot goofy, just embrace it. Those that don't like you will stay away. Impressed me on also the view of Main Street. The view of Main Street is the thing. That's the thing for me. When I rode the Lily Bell, I was really impressed with that too. A chance to look out the window and see things. And you couldn't really see inside the Lily Bell as a train went by. But that is another really cool thing if you haven't ridden the Lily Bell. Note to you though, don't do it in the heat. Do it in the winter because there is no air conditioning and that car is completely closed in. So it's something that you want to do when it's a little cooler outside. But and when, of course, the park is open. But it's a great thing if you haven't done that. So yes, Bob, I would imagine that is fabulous. Nate says he'd like to do that too. Yes, the Walk in Walt's footsteps, everyone tells me, is wonderful. A lot of times when I'm going to the park, I'm going to see one of you. So I don't really get to walk in Walt's footsteps because I'm not there for myself. I'm going down to see you guys, to have a lunch, to have a chat, to sign something you would like, to show you around. There's all kinds of reasons I popped to the park. And last year I was there 40 times and I traveled in the air over 55 times. So how did I find the time? You just do. Luckily I live near Disneyland, so I see it a lot. And I love it. I do. Yes, exactly, Michael. You got to be who you are. You got to be who you are. Don't let others tell you that it's, and you will, Ava. You just keep saying it. It will happen. Walk out. See? Darren is telling us we got to do it. I don't know how it's really going to work with COVID-19. It could go a lot longer, right? With having to watch out for COVID. But Grand Circle Tour. Oh, I didn't realize that, Jim. Thank you. I did not realize. I didn't even know there was a Grand Circle Tour. I learn something every day, you know. One of the other things that I like to do is I used to love to sit on the porch and watch people walk by. Main Street has a little porch, but they have a club called the Porch Sitters Club, and a lot of times the porch sitters are on it, so you don't necessarily get to sit on there, but it's kind of neat. Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it, Nate. Let's do that. That sounds like a good thing. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I have gone 45 minutes. I was going to go 30, but like Nate says, we sure can talk. So I love you guys so much. Celebrate Labor Day by not laboring. Okay? I'm going to work on my stop motion because it's fun. And I'm dying to get it out so you guys can see my number, my second one. And then I don't know how long we're going to keep this going. My husband says we're going to keep it going until it becomes not fun. But it's really fun. I've got so many ideas stop motion that I want to do. I want to tell a story. I've got really 2 super keen ideas. But they're a lot more involved than these little 15-second or 20-second vignettes that I've been doing. Well, I've done one, the teacups. So, you know, but the other one is coming. It's going to be probably about the same length. And then on Terry's Tribe, I'll do some behind the scenes. You can see how they're done in case you want to do them, because they're not that hard. The idea is to just keep them simple. So I love you guys. If you want to join YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you a red cent. There's where you go. Terry Hardin Speaks. Key is Terry Hardin Speaks because Terry Hardin was already taken or something. I don't remember why I couldn't do it that way. But Terry Hardin Speaks. Fits. Talks a lot. Speaks. You know, youtube.com. You know, freeze this. Copy this. Bam, you're in. Okay? And those at YouTube, you already know this. Subscribe if you like it. Even if you don't. Aren't I a stinker, as they say? And if you want to talk cliches more, we absolutely can. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see what we have here. Nate and Terry, Darren says, yes. Like I said, it becomes a group, doesn't it? All right, guys, hearts and flowers. I will see you Friday. Be well, be safe, wear a mask. As Lady Gaga says, it's a sign of respect. We'll catch you later. Hugs and kisses. Waving.